Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. March is almost coming to a close, and a little life update. I am doing pretty well for my internship, and I hope March went well for you guys too. And now let's set up our bullet journal for April 2023. And now without further ado, let's start planning. But first, I want to show you this beautiful storage organizer where I kept all the stationeries that I would be using for today's setup. And this was kindly sent to me by orbitkey in collaboration with KonMarie, and I'll talk more about it later on in the video. Alright, so for this month, I decided to go for a cherry blossom theme that is inspired by Notebook Therapy's latest collection, which is the Tsuki Sakura Breeze collection. I know I already did a cherry blossom theme for April last year, but this collection is just so beautiful, and I just feel like making a cherry blossom theme again for this year with this Tsuki Sakura Breeze collection. However, for this year, it's not only cherry blossoms because, as you can see here, I've incorporated the Asian folding hand fan element, and this was heavily inspired by Amanda Rach Lee's May 2022 bullet journal setup. I always find that hand fans that are decorated with artworks and calligraphy to be very beautiful and unique, so for the hand fan in my cover page, I decided to also decorate it with some cherry blossoms and also cherry blossom petals. And in my opinion, I also think that the illustration for this month is quite simple and easy to recreate, but it did use up a lot of my gold ink from my gold ink pen. But that's okay because I really like how the cover page turned out. And lastly, to complete the cover page, I decorated the corners of the page with a washi tape from the collection. And now moving on to the next page is my monthly log, but I'm not going to narrate how I make my monthly log because I basically explain it every month, so I'm just going to give you guys a brief history class on hand fans. So historically, fans have played an important aspect in the life of Chinese people, as the Chinese have used handheld fans as a way to relieve themselves during hot days since the ancient times. And besides that, the fans are also an embodiment of the wisdom of Chinese culture and art. These hand fans are usually made from paper, silk, or fabric, and since the Song dynasty, fan painting became an art form of its own, and hand fans are often decorated with paintings and calligraphy. And to be honest, I think it's really amazing how the craftspeople and artists were able to turn a blank canvas into something so beautiful. So yeah, that's the end of today's history class on hand fans. So do you remember the storage organizer that I've shown earlier in the video? So it's called the orbitkey Nest, and it's a special collaboration with KonMarie by Marie Kondo, who is a famous Japanese organizing consultant. The nest is beautifully wrapped in a custom-made indigo and cream furoshiki for a thoughtful Japanese touch, and to me it kinda looks like a bento lunchbox. But upon unwrapping the furoshiki, it's a box containing a portable desk organizer. It has a valet tray, a built-in wireless charger, a pen loop, and so much more features, which makes it a very cozy home for all your daily essentials. It's carefully crafted with high-quality materials including natural top grain leather, and to be honest, it feels very premium. So now, let's open it and see how the inside looks like. So it has a single layer organization with a foam padded interior, and my favorite feature would be these movable dividers that allows me to customize compartments to suit specific items. And lastly, this lid over here is also removable, and it's great to store cards, a small notebook, and loose items. So besides using it to store your daily essentials, you can also use it as a stationery pouch like me, and I think this would be really convenient to bring along if I want to maybe journal at a cafe. So yeah, thank you so much to orbitkey and KonMari for kindly gifting me this nest, and if you're interested, there's a link to the product in the description box below. Alright, now let's get back to setting up my bullet journal. For these two pages over here, there are my mood tracker and habit tracker for the month. As usual, I have my mood tracker on the left and my habit tracker on the right. And for the headers, I use a white washi tape from the collection that has lots of cherry blossom trees as the background and just pasted the word mood and habit on top. For my mood tracker, I decided to make a circular mood tracker that resembles these circular hand fans. I honestly really like the idea of this circular hand fan mood tracker, but oh my god, I was really frustrated because the circle I've drawn is not really perfect at first, and I also accidentally made some smudges too. But I decided to just trust the process, and this spread turned out to be my favorite spread for this month. So yeah, sometimes things don't really turn out the way we wanted it to be, but you just really need to trust the process, and eventually things are going to work out. Okay, getting back to this mood tracker, the segments represents the days of the month, and I just need to fill in the segments with different patterns according to my mood. Now moving on to the next page, which is my habit tracker, I decided to use the individual habit trackers for this month. I'm going for 6 habits to track this month, and yeah, there's really not much to talk about this habit tracker, but I just want to say that it's so hard to use this gold pen to draw the calendar, as I'm afraid that it will smudge all over the page because the gold ink doesn't dry as fast as my other pens. So I was really careful when drawing these calendars, and I'm just so glad that there weren't any smudges. So yeah, this is how my mood tracker and habit tracker looks like for this month. Now flipping over to the next page is going to be my trusty budget tracker, and the page next to it is my brain dump page. So for my budget tracker, it's the same as usual. There's a table with 4 columns that represents the date, the detail, the plus sign is for income, and the minus sign is for expenses. And yeah, with me having my internship at a big city with high cost of living, I hope I can at least save some money after paying my rent and also food. Alright, let's try not to worry about expenses, and let's move on to my brain dump page. For my brain dump page, I'll be making the envelope design again, which you guys really like when I did it back in February. So yeah, I decided to use it again because it is just very easy and fast to set up. Now, the last spread that I'm going to show you today is my first weekly spread for April. As usual, I made 7 boxes that represents all the 7 days of the week, Monday to Sunday. And for the headers of each day, I drew a cherry blossom and some petals surrounding it, and I'm just going to write down the first letter of each day on the top. Initially, I wanted to draw the hand fans as the headers, but I find it very tedious to draw 7 of them, so I just went with the cherry blossoms. And to spice up the spread a little bit more, I decorate the bottom of the page with this white washi tape that has a very beautiful illustration of a Japanese street. There's a girl on her bicycle, there's a convenience store, and there's even a cat and a dog on the street. And to make sure that the washi tape doesn't cover the boxes, I just cut off the excess with my X-Acto knife, and I think that's it for this weekly spread. So before the final flip through, here's a little surprise for you guys, which is a giveaway. In this giveaway, one lucky winner can choose any item of his or her choice from the Tsuki Sakura Breeze collection. And to enter the giveaway, you need to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment on which item that you would like to receive, and also your Instagram handle. The giveaway will end on the 7th of April, and the winner will be announced on the 8th of April 2023 through my community post. And all the giveaway details are in the description box below. Alright, before we end the video, here is the final flip through of my bullet journal setup for April 2023. I am really happy with how the setup turned out in the end, and I really love the pink color palette of this setup, which is just perfect for spring. So if you enjoyed the setup too, please remember to like and subscribe, and follow my Instagram and Ko-fi at lootengstudio. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck for the giveaway.